Foxtrot Bravo Bravo, pull up and go around.
Go around, Foxtrot Bravo Bravo.
Tower India, Echo Lima, downwind 13, touch and go.
India Echo Lima number 3, follow Cessna left base, turning 1 mile final.
India Echo Lima.
Foxtrot Bravo Bravo Tower, fly runway heading.
Fly runway heading, Foxtrot Bravo Bravo.
Charlie Zulu November, clear to land runway 13.
Charlie Zulu November, clear to land 13.
Zulu Sierra Alpha, change of plans, crossover midfield, join right downwind runway 13.
Zulu Sierra Alpha, crossover midfield, join the right downwind for 13.
Greetings, fly guys, sim flyers. We are today sitting at, let's get this map opened up a little bigger. We are sitting at Nelson, and we're going to be on about a 1 hour, maybe an hour and a half flight. We're going to be following the river, going down to Castlegar, and then from Castlegar we'll be moving on south down to Trail, BC. Then we'll be heading across the mountains over to Grand Forks and Mdway, and then Osoyos, the famous city of Osoyos. And then we'll be heading north up to Oliver, and we'll end our flight in Penticton. So that is the plan for today. Today I am flying in the Cessna 337 Skymaster. And I see one of our other flyers is down at the end of the runway, end of the airport there. We'll just get the drone camera out and just go out and have a look. Looks like he might be flying the... Not sure what he's flying today. But we shall soon find out what he's flying. Just get our camera back in position again. Okay, I think we should get the aircraft started. And just before we do that, I want to see if VATSIM is online today. And they don't appear to be online at all. So we won't be using VATSIM for flying, virtual air traffic control. So at this point, I think what we should do is get the aircraft started. Let's just remove this wheel out of the way, the yoke out of the way. Okay, the first thing we want to do is make sure the parking brake is set, which it is. We turn the master battery on. Master battery is now on. Panel lights are going on. Alternator is turned on. Avionics master is off. Beacon light we can turn on. Cowl flaps are open. Cowl flaps are open. We want to make sure that both tanks have been selected. Both tanks are on, the rear and the front. Mixture is fully rich. Props full forward. And our throttles are closed. At this point, we want to pop over to the engine start. We want to make sure the auxiliary pump is on high. Throttle advanced. And we're going to advance the throttles. Our fuel flow is not indicating on the gauge, but that is enough time for the fuel to get into the engine. So we'll put our throttles to 1/2 inch. And the next thing we want to do is turn the auxiliary fuel pump off. And we'll start the rear engine first. And we should get 1,000 RPM once we start. Okay, we've got a good start. And we've got 1,000 RPMs right there. Yep, we've got a good start. Oil and temperature. Fuel flow, oil and temperature is in the green. So that's okay. And now we'll start the front engine. We're going to turn this magneto to start. Okay, we've got another good start. Engines are at 1,000 RPM. Oil pressure is in the green. And the temperature is coming up. Our ammeter and vacuum gauges are all good. Ammeter is showing a positive charge. The vacuum is at 4. And 4 to 4.5 is a good setting. Avionics master can come on. Transponder. Once we get the avionics master on, we will change the transponder to alternating rather than standby, because we're right at the runway here. We'll be taking off very shortly. Altimeter is set. Okay, that's that. Radar, we can turn the weather radar on. Weather radar is on. Our strobe lights should be turned on. Nav lights should be on, which they now are. Strobe lights are on. Taxi lights are on. And I should get onto the radio and communicate with the rest of the flyers. Greetings, fly guys.
Greetings, everybody hear me okay?
I do hear you. I'm just getting my aircraft ready for this lovely flight.
Okay, once Daryl gets online, I got one more little update. I made one minor change, but we can do that just right before we take off.
Howdy, howdy.
Howdy, howdy.
Okay, so check prop feather to 12.
I went back and looked at some times when we land at Mdway and at Osoyos, and I'm going to revise the takeoff time to 1640 hours, not 1700 hours.
You are getting very precise there, Grey Wolf.
Well, yeah, you wouldn't believe the rigmarole I went through to set this up to try and make something different. But I went back and I just plugged myself down in these airports at different times. And the original time to land in Osoyos at 6:15. No, it's almost impossible. It's so dark you can't see nothing. So I just revised that, that's all.
So are you talking Zulu time or local time, 1640?
Local time, Pacific Standard Time, local time.
Okay, got it. That still looks pretty dark. I just set it to 1640. It looks dark.
Yeah, it's not that bad though. I mean, I tried it, I made it. If I could do it, you guys can. It's a wee bit of a challenge, but there's nothing wrong with aborting if you can. You're going to save your passengers, you know?
So what's everyone flying today?
Twin Otter.
Alright, I decided against the Twin Otter. I'm flying the 337 Skymaster.
That works, because we both got it. I looked at that one too, but then, I don't know, I just thought this one would be fun for change. But anyways, sounds good.
Larry, did you add in those add-on sceneries?
Yes, I did.
Roger that.
I was just looking at the fence at this airport here, and behind me, where the taxiway comes up, they got it all fenced off.
I don't think there's no taxiway. I think we have to backtrack on the runway.
Okay, it looks like maybe there used to be a taxiway there. Yeah, now that I think of it, you're right, because I've watched Pacific Coastal come into here, and yeah, they backtracked.
Daryl, what are you flying?
Twin.
Okay.
Is there enough room for all three of us down there?
Yeah, I think so. I'll just move ahead a little bit.
Yeah, you're in a low wing, Dane.
I'm in the Skymaster.
Yeah, I know, but it's showing you a low wing.
Yeah, and you're not showing a Twin Otter. You're showing something totally different.
What dates are you guys on?
Say again?
What date are you on?
What date?
Date and time. Yeah, I got March 3rd. March 3rd. Clear skies.
I got March 2nd.
You're probably right, Dane. I got no idea why my computer flight sim is telling me the 3rd, but I can change it to the 2nd with no problem because I think that is the correct date.
I see Daryl on little nav map, but I don't see you, Larry.
It's because I haven't turned this silly thing on yet.
Roger that.
See me now?
I do. Nelson traffic. Skymaster Delta Echo Whiskey backtracking on runway 22. Nelson traffic. I have a question. Do you guys see my name tag?
Roger.
Okay, good, thanks. I turned on a setting called Friends Only, so I'm not going to see all those extra name tags in the air.
Oh, that's interesting. You'll have to tell us afterwards how you find that one, because I see your name tag, Dane, but I don't see Daryl's.
I see both of you. Now this is strange. Both of you are in, I don't know what kind of aircraft it is. They're twins. A high tail. Not sure what it is actually.
They're both Twin Otters.
Very strange. Oh, you know what it's showing? It's showing a, well, the name tag says a DHC-6, but the image isn't. The image is twin low wing.
Interesting.
And both of you are the same aircraft.
Okay, I just reset my clock and flights into 1640, and looks like you guys are almost ready, even if we take off a minute apart. Sounds good. So I'm off.
Are we following the flight plan route, or are we following the river?
The flight plan route follows the river on the first one, am I correct? Don't tell me that I posted the wrong flight plan, because it's just the first section here that would be different. Just say it's going over top of the mountain.
I'm waiting for you to go, Daryl.
Oh, he told us to do a minute in between, so I don't know.
Oh, no, that's not a hard fast rule. I just said if it was a minute, that was fine. But
oh, I'm sorry. I didn't pick up on that.
chart I used to figure out the fuel and the times and everything, it was calculated out at 120 knots, but that's not a hard and fast rule either.
knots, 50 knots, 60 knots, 70 knots, rotate. Touch the brakes. Gear coming up. 80 knots. Trim set. Trim set for 80 knots. Pick a right turn out. Flaps retracted. RPMs to 25. 25 and props to 25. Manifold pressure 25 inches, props 2500. Knots, lower the trim a bit.
When you calculated the times, Larry, did you take into effect the winds aloft?
Probably not. I never knew about the winds aloft. What are they? Got any idea?
Feet.
Yeah, I guess I just thought it would be kind of a neat idea just to try it and see how it worked out, and if the times work out, that's good. But it's probably not going to be right on, but it's not a big deal.
Knots. Landing lights off. All flaps can now be closed. Airspeed, we can start going up to about 140 knots. Lower the nose. On a cruise. I think we'll set the cruise to 25. We'll keep it at 25 and 25. Just keep the RPMs at 25. And we'll put the manifold pressure up to 25. We'll retard the mixture a bit.
When you posted the updates to the airfields in that day, and you got 2 sets of them there, was there any reason for having them both in there twice?
I'm not following that. 2 sets? I don't have 2 sets.
In Discord, with the first ones, you just had single lines with each airport to download, and then underneath that, you got Flights MTO, and then you have each one with a little write-up underneath it, and they're the same ones. Okay.
Oh, I don't do that. Discord does that automatically. My listing is for the Flight Sim web link, and then Discord shows that, but it also shows the actual web link, so it's showing it twice. But I don't actually do that.
Oh, I see. So Discord's done that on its own then.
That is correct.
Okay, I'm gonna start losing altitude here around the Laurel Beach High Land.
extend the gear. We'll be landing at Castlegar very shortly.
Okay, I'm turning on final.
We can see Larry coming in on final right here. There he is. And I'm coming in behind. What's the elevation of Castlegar? Looks like it's 1,600 feet.
Clear the runway.
There's some power lines ahead of you, Daryl, just before you get to the town of Castlegar.
Roger.
They're at about 2,400 feet. Castlegar traffic. Skymaster Delta Echo Whiskey turning final. High final. Very high final. Castlegar traffic, Skymaster going around. That was a bad approach. That was way too high, I gotta go around. Just gonna clear the top of this hill. Castlegar traffic. Skymaster Delta Echo Whiskey turning left base. runway 15, Castlegar.
I'm down here by the buildings, 0.
Castlegar traffic. Skymaster Delta Echo Whiskey turning final for runway 15, Castlegar. And this is a better approach. 2,000 feet, we have 400 to go. Still a touch high. That's okay. Alrighty. Let's let it settle now. Flare. Beautiful touchdown.
That looked a lot better then.
That was a really good landing. Minus 10 on the landing rate.
Do you see a windsock anywhere here, Daryl? Just debating whether to taxi down by this end and take off and do a circle or just go down to the other end, but it doesn't really matter, I guess.
Well, the flags are showing that 15's the active.
Is that the one? That's the one they came in on, right?
Skymaster Delta Echo Whiskey is clear of the runway.
See Dane's the only clever one to use the taxiway.
Yeah, I'm using the taxiway up as far as it'll go, and then I'll wait for you guys to get to the
Yeah,
threshold.
taxiway comes out right behind me. Okay.
Castlegar traffic. Skymaster Delta Echo Whiskey. Entering runway 15 for a straight out departure. Castlegar. Okay, airspeed is alive. 40 knots, 50 knots, 60 knots, 70 knots, rotate. Knots, tap brakes, gear coming up. Flaps retracted. Lower the nose a bit, got some airspeed, get it up to 100 knots.
I think the altitude to get over this range was 4,400 feet, if I remember right.
Yeah, that's what I was asking earlier. I was wondering if you were going to use a river all the way, but that's okay.
No, it was just that first chunk we're going to use the river. The rest of it is as per what's in the NATMA.
Retard the mixture a bit. We're at 4,000 feet. Feet. Pick up some airspeed. Knots. Knots. So the next airport that we're landing at is Trail, which is directly ahead of us. You can see the three of us coming in there. We'll be landing on runway 16. Time to lose some altitude. Yeah, I know the gear's up. I shouldn't retard the throttles that much. 5,000 feet elevation at Castlegar is 1,400 feet.
This one's a crosswind.
Okey-dokey.
And I'm just going to go off here to the right, lose some altitude. Just do an S-turn. We're at 4,000 feet. Maybe a 360, just to lose some altitude. Okay, gears coming down now. Stand the notch of
Now,
flaps.
Bay running 15. Still a crosswind.
Rail traffic. Skymaster Delta Echo Whiskey on final. Long final. For runway 15. Trail traffic.
Okay, I'm done.
Okay, we're at 3,000 feet. I have full flaps, full flaps extended.
Okay, Golf Whiskey Yankee Hotel, clear the runway. Some of my old fall runners.
$2,000. 80 knots. Trail traffic, Skymaster Delta Echo Whiskey on close final. Runway 15, trail traffic. 1,500, we got 100 feet to go. Watch out for those trees.
Have you ever actually flown into
Blair.
Trail, Daryl?
Blair.
Yep.
Blair.
I've flown into all these.
Yeah, I kind of thought so.
Nice landing. Rail traffic. Skymaster Delta Echo Whiskey, clear of the runway. Rail traffic. heading straight out for a departure. Actually, runway 16, not 15. My mistake. That was a minus 55 on the landing.
Says the winds are straight across the field at 30, but I doubt that.
I didn't feel anything at all when I came in.
I'm showing 260 at 1 knot.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I have the weather turned on, so I'm getting the actual ground weather right now, and up to 5,000 feet.
Okay.
Actual global weather shows it coming out of the west at 30 knots, but there ain't no 30 knots down here.
Oh, you know what it is? We've got this on clear, don't we? In the sim.
Oh yeah, you won't feel any of the winds or anything like that because we don't have the settings. But I'm just saying, just kind of like, you know, land on the right runway, do the right things for crosswind.
I absolutely agree.
No, we're not going to get no effects at all.
Okay, yes. Charlie Golf Whiskey Yankee Hotel is ready for takeoff.
Said a couple of things to do, that's why I stopped there.
Okay. I think we need an altitude for this next stretch, according to this thing on the map, about 5,500 feet.
Trail traffic. Skymaster Delta Echo Whiskey on the roll, runway 16, straight out departure. Trail traffic. 60 knots, 70 knots, rotate. Trail traffic, Skymaster Delta Echo Whiskey, clear of runway 16, straight out departure. Trail traffic. Feet, tap the brakes. Should have retracted the gear before, but I didn't. I'm retracting it now. Flaps are retracted as well. Need to get some lights on in here. Not sure where the lights lights are. Alright, where are the lights on this thing? This should be lights here. That's better. We're approaching 6,000 feet. I put the autopilot on. Keep it on this heading.
What do you guys think of my plan so far?
Good. What's different? Like what's
Oh, I don't know. I just thought just
The
timing, and then the second half of it gets more and more into the dark, and we haven't really done much flying at night. So by the time we end up in Penticton, it's really dark.
Maybe we should someday do a complete night flight.
That sounds interesting.
Okay, so we've got autopilot on. Gonna retard the mixture a bit. That's at 50%. Not seeing a change in RPMs. Maybe it's the aircraft gauge that's not responding properly. I think we need a higher altitude. Let's take the altitude off. Let's get ourselves up higher. Take the autopilot off. Oh, this sure doesn't like having the autopilot removed. Reacts like a bucking bronco. So there's Daryl over to the right at my 1 o'clock, and Larry is at my 12 o'clock. He's at 6,700 feet, Daryl's at 68, and I'm at 7,000. autopilot back on. We're going to hold this altitude. Have a look around at the scenery. Good. Just checking all the instruments. Got everything in the
It's a great
green.
descent that we're getting into.
We've got enough fuel. Front and rear oil pressure is all good. Actually, I just noticed, no, they're both the same. Both the same oil temperature, front and rear. Looks like it's about 190. That's about good. Cylinder head temperatures, front and rear, are all the same. Suction is at 4. Amp meter is positive in the charge. Let's have a look at our map and see. We have 14.5 nautical miles to go. See what the winds are showing. Winds are showing 270 at 2 knots, 9 degrees Celsius, 8 degrees Celsius.
For Grand Forks, so just we got a choice. You can either drop down into the valley and follow the river in, or we can go over the mountain and then drop down real quick to land. It's whatever you want to do, I guess.
I think I'm going to go down towards the river, follow that highway a little bit, and then head straight in.
Yeah, it sounds like a plan. It's if we come over this mountain, we're going to lose the altitude in a real hurry, so I'm going to drop down and follow the river in the valley.
The METAR report is showing variable winds, 2 knots. So I guess we'll go straight in on runway 25. To lose some altitude. Grand Forks traffic. Skymaster Delta Echo Whiskey is 8.5 miles east of runway 25 at 6,000 feet. Grand Forks traffic. What's the altitude? Altitude is 1,700 feet at Grand Forks. Mixture full forward, props full forward, manifold pressure 15. I can see the runway, the airport ahead of us, right up there.
Ready to go, Whiskey Yankee Hotel. It's on final for Grand Forks.
Winds 246, 2 knots, altimeter 10.9 or 90.
Grand Forks traffic. Skymaster Delta Echo Whiskey. 3.2 nautical miles on final for runway 25. Grand Forks traffic.
If you would have called the tower, I would have given the altimeter and the wind.
Grand Forks Tower. Delta Echo Whiskey requests full stop. Runway 25. I'm not hearing a response from the tower, so I'm just gonna go in.
You're a rebel. We'll have to play this for real, one flight. See, I forgot your call sign, that's why I didn't call you.
Okay, 80 knots. Let's try and make this a greaser. Okay, settle, settle, settle.
Ready to go. What's the Yankee Hotel? Clear the runway.
Nice touch. I got a nice applause. Grand Forks traffic. Skymaster Delta Echo Whiskey is clear of runway 25, Grand Forks.
You parked right into the front end of the Kodiak there, Jane.
Alright, let's clean up the aircraft a bit. Just not sure why the lights aren't high. That's my cowl flaps. Instrument panel. Turn that up. What's that van doing right beside me?
Yeah, the runway in Mdway, Dane. I don't know if you've seen it or not. Daryl's probably flown in there, but it's right smack beside the highway.
Yeah, I see that on little nav map.
I thought it would be getting darker in the sim than what it is, but that's we'll get there. Have you flown into Mdway, Daryl?
No.
It's just a grass strip from what I can see.
So the winds for Mdway are showing 180 at 4 knots. So they're coming out of the south, but all we have for landing is what have we got here? We got east-west runway 9 and 27. So it's only 4 knots, so it's not going to matter.
No, we should be good. I'm just gonna go in on 27.
Yeah, so am I. With the aircraft we're flying, 4 knots is nothing.
Yeah, we're good.
Grand Forks traffic, Skymaster, Delta Echo Whiskey, and 2 other aircraft. De Havilland C6s, backtracking on runway, whatever it was, 27, I think.
Correct.
Grand Forks traffic. Is there a turnaround at the end there, Larry?
Yeah, there is. Yeah, there is.
He's blocking it though.
I won't be in a second.
I'm gonna don't run into me. I'm gonna turn off to the left right now, which is your right. Too sharp a turn.
How did you do that in a 337?
I'm telling you, this thing, I think you said it the other day, that it reacts to power.
It does. Do you still have it on true to life settings?
Oh yeah. I'm not changing that at all.
No. Gives you a run for your money. That's probably why you dipped the wing.
Alright, I'll head out. Grand Forks traffic, Skymaster Delta Echo Whiskey departing runway 25. Straight out departure, Grand Forks. $60 knots, 70 knots, rotate. Grand Forks traffic, Delta Echo Whiskey, clear of runway 25, straight out departure. Oh, this is neat. The add-on I have called Flow Pro, when it gets to this hour of the day, the name tags turn white.
Yeah, mine always have been white, haven't they not?
Well, okay, during the day my name tags are black, but when it turns to night, they turn white.
Oh, okay, yeah, yours is different than what I got, because mine stayed the same pretty well all the time.
Retract. Retract the landing gear and retract the flaps. Got this mountain straight ahead of us, but we are at 5,000 feet. We should be okay. We should clear it. Beautiful sunsets ahead of us.
Yes, there is.
Nautical miles to Mdway. And Mdway's elevation is it's almost 1,900 feet. Let's see what the winds are showing here. .270 at 2 knots. 17:38 is the time.
Golf was the Yankee Hotel on final Mdway.
Mdway traffic, Skymaster Delta Echo Whiskey, 3.1 nautical miles east of runway 27 for full stop landing. Mdway traffic.
Golf was the Yankee Hotel. Clear the runway, they say.
Nice looking little town, Mdway. No runway lights here.
I know. And the runway is off to my right, your left, or your right. You get it in sight.
Okay. Flare. Hold off. Flare. Hold off. Flare. Hold off. Flare. Hold off. Touchdown with the putter. A nice applause from the audience. Passengers loved it. The passengers loved that touchdown. Mdway traffic, Delta Echo Whiskey, clear of the runway. Golf Charlie, Golf India, you are cleared for full stop. Altimeter 2992.
That other airport you uploaded, Dane, has that got lights on the runway?
I do not know. The next one that we're going to?
Yeah, Osoyos, CBB 9er.
Oh, yeah, right. Osoyos. Yeah, that'll have lights.
Okay, because after I loaded the one that you put up there, and I went and looked at it, and it was just, I don't know, I didn't see much there, but we'll find out when we get there, I guess.
We will. I haven't flown into it with this particular add-on, so I don't know.
Golf to Yankee Hotel, ready for takeoff, straight up departure.
Mdway traffic. Skymaster Delta Echo Whiskey on the roll. Runway 25 straight out departure. Runway 27 straight out departure. $60 knots. 70 knots. I'm gonna take it up to 80 knots and then rotate. Okay, rotate. Delta Echo Whiskey, Skymaster, clear of the runway. Bring in landing gear, retract the flaps, and get some altitude going. So we've got 26 nautical miles to Osoyos, heading up
Getting to the point where we're going to pay attention to the instruments.
259.
Getting dark.
That it is. It's getting dark. I don't like the lighting in this Skymaster down towards the bottom. It's quite dark.
Is there an overhead light to your left?
Well, let me just check.
Can't remember. It's either on the sides or in the middle.
No, I don't see any overheads, and I looked up on the top too, and there's nothing up there.
The real one, it does.
I just found one. It's further back. It's past the fuel selectors. But it does help a little bit on the lower panel, but not that much.
Somebody's probably got a mod out there someplace to fix that.
I notice in the Twin Otter, it does not display your registration number, either on the fuselage or inside the cabin.
Yeah, it's because when they wrote the code for this one, they left their registrations in there.
Yeah, I wondered about that because when I changed the registration on all, shows up on all my other aircraft, but yeah, it doesn't on these.
But you know, they just came out, Just Flight just came out with a mod, which I updated just yesterday. And I thought it would fix that, but it didn't. Oh, it's getting pretty dark out here, guys. I didn't bring my red flashlight with me.
I did.
I know, you always have that. Oh, I just took a look at the right, out of my right window, and it's really nice where the highway is progressing, and it goes up north and it continues west.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty neat. Yeah, I've driven that highway so many times.
Yeah, just the mixture a little bit, because we're at 8,000 feet. See that highway in front of us?
When my son lived in Calgary and we were living in Squamish, and after I retired, I would, 4 or 5 times in the summer, I'd jump on my bike and ride up to visit him, and sometimes I go this way, and sometimes I just go straight north up to Kamloops that way, but yeah, it was always a nice ride.
Yeah, I can start losing some altitude.
Either one of you ever ride motorcycles?
No, just flew airplanes.
I had not a motorcycle, but like a moped kind of thing when I was a kid. My dad, one of the things he used to do, he used to import many different things from around the world into Jamaica, and he imported these German mopeds, so he gave us each one, and so we rode that all up in the mountains, and it was really fun. And then my friend had an old BSA 500 that he let me ride when I was a little bit older.
Yeah, I started out with a 400 or 200cc Suzuki, and then went to a 600, and then I had a Yamaha 1100 tour bike, and then the last one I had was a Suzuki lowrider. It was 800cc. I rode bikes for quite a few years. My oldest son and I, we made a trip all over across the country. We went back to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, a 3-week motorcycle ride. That was pretty wicked.
Golf Charlie, Golf India, I'm curious how you got past me and you flew right under me.
I'm just putting along. Good tailwind.
So in front of us, directly in front of me at my 12 o'clock is Daryl. And in front of him is Larry. And we are, three of us are going into Osoyos. And we have 11 nautical miles to go. Probably should follow the highway. Osoyos Lake straight ahead of us.
I don't see any runway lights here, so it's going to be tricky then. I'm aboard in too dark, can't see nothing, pitch black. And too late. I'm in the trees.
Osoyos traffic, Skymaster Delta Echo Whiskey, about 2.5 mile final for runway 31, attempting to land.
30.
Jeez, pitch black.
That runway sticks out like it's horizontal.
I'm going around, I'll give it a go again.
Make sure you turn your landing light on. Better drop like a rock, Dean.
I still don't see the runway.
Right in front of you. Right in front of you. Look
Oh
down.
my goodness me.
Look down. There you go.
No,
Wait,
no,
wait,
no,
Eli, go
no,
around.
no, going around.
I don't know. Right?
Maybe we should just continue.
No.
You want to do it?
I'm gonna give it one more shot.
Okay.
I know it's there.
Half click from touchdown. You can see this thing a mile away. What's wrong with you guys? Okay, 10 miles away. Easy peasy. Lined up with something totally different there. Unless you're doing a hard, okay, never mind.
No, I know, it's right there beside the road, but for some reason or other, I don't know, I guess the trees or whatever are too low, and
Okay, boys, I'm aborting this. I'm continuing on.
Come on, what happened? I watched you, you like flew right by it.
Too close for comfort.
now I got it.
I got passengers in the back of this thing telling me, don't do it, don't do it.
Yeah, I got it now. I see the end of the runway just right there where the lights on the highway are.
Don't you guys look so pretty down there?
Go to the right. Go to the right. Go to the right. Up.
Give it one more shot, Dane.
No, not gonna bother.
Okay, no problem. We'll turn around here. Yeah, I'm right behind you there.
Got an aircraft to my 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Heading south. Really, at this hour of the night, we really shouldn't be landing on non-lighted airports.
You must have trained for it, didn't you?
Say again?
You must have trained landing off field at night.
I've never in real life landed off airport at night. Never.
Well, that was interesting. I know I did it once or twice when I was planning this, landed in the dark. But, yeah. Once I found that, then I could see it, just like Darryl said. It's plain as day.
What time are you guys showing on your system? I'm showing 1800 hours local.
Yep. Well, I got 1808.
Yeah, actually I've got 1805 to be exact.
Yeah, it's working out just the way I have a piece of paper here with all my times on it. It's pretty close. I think Oliver, the next one, has lights, if I remember right.
Oliver traffic, Skymaster Delta Echo Whiskey on short final, a little high for a straight in. Runway 36. Oliver traffic, Delta Echo Whiskey, clear of the runway. Larry and Daryl getting ready to come in. It looks like they're on. From here, it looks like a base leg, but maybe it's final. There, put my lights on the piano keys so you can see it.
Golf Whiskey Yankee Hotel on final. Whiskey Yankee Hotel, clear of the runway.
Okay, looks like we're all ready.
Yep, go ahead, Dane. I'm on the piano piece behind you, so go for it.
Off we go. Knots, or 60 knots, 70 knots, 80 knots, rotate. Oliver traffic, Skymaster Delta Echo Whiskey's clear of runway 36, straight out departure, Oliver.
Golf Yankee Whiskey Hotel, we're rolling runway 36 straight out. Whiskey Yankee Hotel, clear the runway. It's a nice view of the town tonight.
Very nice.
I think when I get to Penticton, I'm just going to fly over the town before I come around the lamp. Have a look at it. I just noticed my beacon on my elevator's not blinking. Gotta find a switch to turn that thing on.
Airport I landed at when I did my dual cross country.
This should bring back some memories.
Penticton traffic, Skymaster Delta Echo Whiskey is 4.5 miles south of the airport. We'll do a left downwind for the ILS for runway 16. Penticton traffic.
This is the town where my youngest son now works. Lives in Kelowna, but he commutes down here 4 days on, 4 days off.
Penticton traffic, Delta Echo Whiskey on base. Almost to turn final for ILS runway 16, Penticton. Okay, flare. Hold off. Hold off. Hold off. Settle. 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 There we are. We're down. Ah, the passengers are clapping. first turnoff is a long way off.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just out over the other end.
Penticton
Minute.
traffic, Delta Echo Whiskey, clear of the runway.
Did a fly over the town to have a look. See, gonna be turning left on a base. Golf Whiskey Yankee Hotel, Penticton on final. Golf Whiskey Yankee Hotel, clear the runway, Penticton.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, fly guys, that is the end of our video and our trip. It was quite an episode. I enjoyed it, and we'll do it again.
Foxtrot Bravo Bravo, pull up and go around.
Go around, Foxtrot Bravo Bravo.
The Tower India Echo Lima, downwind 13, touch and go.
India Echo Lima number 3, follow Cessna left base, turning 1 mile final.
India Echo Lima.
Foxtrot Bravo Bravo Tower, fly runway heading.
Fly runway heading, Foxtrot Bravo Bravo.
Charlie Zulu November, clear to land runway 13.
Charlie Zulu November, clear to land 13.
Blue is here, Alpha, change of plans, crossover midfield, join right downwind runway 13.
Zulu Sierra Alpha, crossover midfield, join the right downwind